What things do I need to be listening for to where the flag goes up and like, you know what? This could be a bridge situation, right? And that's what I wanted to talk to Sophia about. So if you guys just, and let's start there, Sophia and Jamie, like, what are some of those questions or flags that people should have that go up and say, okay, this is a potential bridge candidate?
Yeah.
Take it away.
And I think a big one, it's a negotiating tool. That's really what a bridge loan is. It's a tool to have in your pocket that if you have gotten approved for a long-term mortgage with Arjun, and you and I have done a lot of this, Arjun, is you approve them, and that's game plan. That's that's what they want to do if they can make that happen, because obviously it's the cheapest way to go if they're able to sell their house first. But a lot of times that does not happen. And because there's no cost or commitment in getting approved for either a long-term mortgage or the bridge loan, why not tell the client to just get approved for a bridge loan and have that in their back pocket if it's needed? Because the beauty of a bridge loan is that it's just as strong as all cash. We can close in 14 days. There's no contingencies ever going with the offer. So just that alone, and no appraisals in most cases are not needed. So just having that without having to try to sell first, pocket the cash, pocket the down payment, and then making it happen. Here, they can stay in the comfort of their home. They can stay there for as long as they want, and then they can make a cash offer on the property that they want. And if that house doesn't work out, there's no harm done, which is exactly the beauty of it, is that just use it as it's needed. Because what it does is that it turns that equity that someone has in a property that they're getting ready to sell and moves that equity into the new property with a cross-collateralized bridge loan. So it's that bridge piece. So it's just, and then like, if you could use it if it's a multiple offer situation. If it's a multiple offer situation, it's pretty key to have. Like, we had a client that, he wanted to be close to his grandkids. He selling a house for $4 million in Palo Alto, Jamie?
Yeah.
South Bay somewhere.
Yeah.
And
he's moving to Redwood City. Because that's where his son, his daughter-in-law, and his 4-year-old grandson lives, because that's what matters to him. His wife passed away last year. And I mean, we had such an emotional call together. I mean, we both cried. And he said, this home is across the street from my son. I mean, I'm going to get teary-eyed just saying this, but it's across the street from my son and my daughter-in-law, who I love, and my grandson. I want to be able to take him to soccer practice. I want to be able to take him to his friend's house. And so his realtor connected us, and he's like, I want this house. What's it going to take? He's like, I know there's going to be 2, maybe 3 offers on it. And I said, okay, well, let's talk it through. And he's like, well, I really want to try to sell my house first if I can. And I said, great, let's do that. If you could sell your house before, awesome. There's no cost for the bridge loan that way. But if you need this cash-like offer, and if the seller wants a quick guaranteed deal, here you go. So what happened 2 days ago when the offers came up, it was 4 offers on the table. I called a listing agent. I said, hey, our client really loves your house. And she goes, I know. I get chills now. Again, my sellers love your client and they want him to have it.
Right.
But he needs to match the best offer. And his offer was $200,000 below what the highest offer was. And she said, can you close in 14 days? Do you not need an appraisal? Like, what's going on? And I said, yes, no, you don't need an appraisal. And on top of it, it's going to be the easiest transaction you've ever done. And she goes, okay, let's do it. and they were on contract that evening.
You said 200,000 below the highest offer.
So he was 200,000 below the highest offer, but because there were 4 offers, he needed to match that other offer, which he was willing to do. So he had to come up 200,000.
So he came up, but it was because, and again, this is the biggest traits of a bridge loan. There's speed and execution. There's execution without any friction, no contingencies, no appraisal, nothing.
Yeah.
And speed, 14 days, which is pretty much as good as a cash offer, because most cash deals are 10, 11 days anyways, because people got to move around funds or they need. And look, I tell people this all the time. I think we overlook it. In a market like the one we're in now, we focus so much on buyer psychology. But you know who's also equally scared and confused and worried? It's sellers.
Yes.
That you're not going to want their house. Because let's be really honest here. Anybody selling a home in today's market is doing so not because they want to test the waters of profitability and take their money out for a spin. They're selling their house because of a life event or because they have to.